Orlando with another video. So I kind of want to take you guys through the tire and wheel setup that I have on my 3rd gen Tacoma. So let's jump into it. So let's talk about the tire that I decided to purchase and install. So what I purchased was the FALKEN WILDPEAK AT3W and a 275/70 R17 wheel, and definitely happy with the purchase. What I could say is these definitely look better compared to stock. They are bigger. This runs about a 32-inch tire size, so compared to stock, you know, that's 2 inches bigger. If you're running the 30-inch tire from Toyota, and I will say that, you know, based on my experience driving and the research I've done, this tire should not rub on the cab mount, which is a big problem that Toyota owners have. So that's something to note about the tire. So the biggest that you could go on a stock Tacoma is probably going to be 275/70 R17, and the reason being, well, we have a cab mount on all 3rd gen Tacomas, which, you know, kind of limits on how big you can go with the tire size. So this luckily clears it. I will say that there was one modification that I had to do, which was remove the wind guard, or maybe wind tray that goes installed by factory, and it runs along the front of the bumper. But that's there honestly just for, from what I was reading, is improved aerodynamics, which in return should improve your mile per gallons. But honestly, if you're getting bigger tires, you're probably not even worried about miles per gallons anyways. So that kind of leads me into my next section, which is miles per gallons and how that kind of changed. So let me talk about before. So when I was running the stock Tacoma tires, which was 17s by, I think they were wrapped in 265/65/70, I mean R17 tires. So that's about a 30-inch wheel. I was getting about 20 to 24 miles per gallon, you know, highway, well, city, then highway. So right now with the 32-inch tires that I'm running, I'm getting about 16 to 17 miles per gallon, both highway and city. And that's expected just because it is a bigger tire, it is catching more air, it does have more weight to it, and so that's going to greatly reduce your miles per gallon. But you know, it's a trade-off that you're willing to do. But in reality, you know, if you're going with the bigger tire, you're probably getting it because it's, you know, you want something to look more aggressive and at the same time offer you better off-roading capabilities. All right, so let's go and talk about the rims that I purchased. So before we do that, you know, my wheels are pretty dirty right now. They're usually cleaner, and the truck is also a lot cleaner most of the time. But you know, I wanted to put a video for you guys together and just share, you know, my experience and my setup that I have on my Tacoma. Just because, you know, I did go through the struggles of doing a lot of the research, and it took me a while to decide on, you know, what tire I wanted to pick and then what wheels I wanted to combine so that it fit perfectly without major modifications, being, you know, the cab mount, because I didn't want to do a cab mount on that. Okay, so for the wheels that I went with, they are manufactured by Icon. The specific model on these set, I think, is the Icon Alloy Vector 6. They come in a 17 by 8.5 inch dimension with a 0 offset. So the color that you're seeing right now is the matte black finish, which definitely looks good in my opinion, and it definitely does add a little bit more contrast compared to the stock tires that were on here. So overall, I'm really satisfied with the purchase. Really happy with the tire setup. It looks good. I'm not rubbing. Road noise isn't that bad. So yeah, definitely happy with this purchase. Just some things to think about when you're about to install the tires. Do call a couple of your local tire shops and tell them about the tire that you're planning on purchasing and on what set of wheels you're going to install them on. Reason being, you know, I had a couple of issues with finding a local tire shop that would actually do the job for me. Reason being, some of these tire shops may not do it because either, you know, they don't have the equipment, or their technicians aren't, you know, up to the level to do that. So the specific reasons I got were those two, but the main one I heard was, you know, we're not going to install them because, you know, we don't want to damage your wheels and the matte black finish that you have. They said that apparently matte black is very prone or very easy to scratch, and I didn't want that. So, you know, I just bounced around a couple of local tire shops and finally found one that would do it, and I'm glad that they did. So another thing about going with the bigger tire is, you know, do expect some decrease in performance in terms of, you know, how fast your truck is going to accelerate, how responsive it is, and of course your miles per gallon, as I mentioned. With it being a 32-inch tire, you know, your Tacoma definitely does feel a difference. The engine does struggle a little bit more just to kind of keep that speed moving. But it's a trade-off, right? It's just something that you got to deal with. It doesn't, unfortunately, Tacomas don't come with the V8 yet, but hopefully Toyota, if you're watching this video, you know, here your folks, put a V8 in the Tacoma, and trust me, people are gonna buy those. So the last thing I want to mention is the lift kit I decided to go with. So for the purpose of my build, I actually didn't go with the lift kit. I went with the spacer lift kit. There's a difference in those. So what I have up here in the front is a 2-inch spacer lift, and what I have in the back is a 1-inch spacer block. So this definitely does level your Tacoma. You don't have that Tacoma nosedive that you know see on the road all the time, and it also does lift your truck. You know, it makes it look better. It also gives you that additional off-road capability if you're looking for that. So just to reference, I'm going to be posting a before picture right here, and you'll see the difference. It's a night-day difference, you know, going with the bigger tire and some aftermarket wheels. All right, thanks guys for watching. As always, if you have questions or comments, let me know, and definitely stay tuned for the next video. As I want to mention, you know, I do want to post and upload more videos in regards to my build and the progress I'm making. So thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. For local tire shops and find out, oh boy, what is that? That thing is scary.